connection successful. Okay. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is quit and delete that and restart. Because if I start outside that thing again, something went wrong. Okay. See here. Tempest. Okay. All right. Paul Kelly, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us today. All right, let's try this again and hope I actually get into the thing. It sometimes does this weird thing where I spawn outside of where I'm supposed to spawn when I make modifications to the game, even though I'm not making modifications to that specific playfield. It's weird. But anyway, okay, so there we are, spawning inside where we're supposed to. All right, let's go. Okay. Looks like everything here is reading correctly. I may have some misspelling sometimes, but I don't think any of that is misspelled. Okay. So first thing, let's see, it's got that Xerax, and there's one more that should be spawned out here somewhere. Over there. Alright. Which is fine. We'll end up killing them if you actually played the real thing, but alright. So now we come follow this to here. And we've got the operations center. Alright, entering the operations center. These guys spawn here. Okay. And once you enter here, you've got a few seconds until power should go out, like so. Okay. Switches are in here. And if you explored the thing and switched a few switches beforehand, all you have to do is turn them off and back on to activate the power system override PDA thing, but it'll still turn the power on beforehand even if you don't. So now that that's back on, we need to find our way into here. Things are spawning. Anyone else gonna spawn? It should spawn a total of 3 of them, but I think... Alright, we've got that. All of that is fine. I think once you trigger this, this deactivates, but I'm not positive. Okay. Looking on the map, the rover is over there. The rover is always... Like, if here's the center of the thing, if you put a marker at 0, 0, say here, here, that should always be the center of the start biome. But it's not. That's the wait. That's not right. It should always be 0, 0 there. So that should be the approximate center of the start biome, 0, 0. And this can spawn just about anywhere in this area, and that can spawn just about anywhere in this area. But the shuttle is always right there compared to this. Now, the only downside to that would be if the rover, it's not a shuttle, it's a hover vessel. If the rover were to spawn underwater, which it's theoretically possible, but so the rover's right there. We get close enough and it should just teleport up to the surface like so. Okay. But we would use that to come all the way over to here. Like so. And over here, we get close and it says, go talk to the system operator. And while you're here, you can you can talk to the people and stuff in here. Well, not really, but, you can look around and try to find things to loot. That's basically. And then you can come into here, talk to the system operator. He tells you there's a distress signal coming from the research site, which is way over this way on the other side of the start biome. The research site is randomly placed now, but kept a distance at least from the agricultural center and the others. I'm wondering if I can get them to stop spawning at the north and south poles. That's a little annoying, but I think they do that because of the distance that I've told them to spawn from the other things. So over here, there is always a drone. And you can always take it out with one shotgun blast at close range to the eye. But you can rarely get close range to the eye from the ground without cheating, so. Alright, the dig site appears to be under attack. It says, find the source of the distress signal. The distress signal should be coming from here, but I still can't seem to get it to work. Because I had hit this labeled as the distress signal, then I changed it to this, but I don't know if I uploaded it since then. So, because for some reason with him named as the distress signal, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I had to change it to something I think that you could theoretically interact with, even though it's not allowing you to interact with it because it's a admin base. And of course you've got these guys here. But and then from the dig site, it would tell you to go to the other dig location, which is down here somewhere. Did I pass it? No, it's way down here. Right down here. And it would say go to the research center, then you'd come to the research center, realize that the research center is under attack, because when you get here, drones are supposed to spawn and start attacking it. Or, they will as part of the PDA, and all these guys will be doing the fighting. Although, if they don't do the fighting, I'll just delete the pads that spawn them. And then you come into somewhere there's someone you're supposed to talk to, but I don't think I have it put in here just yet, unless it's in one of these. Maybe him, or was it in this one over here? Yeah, I think it's that alien over there. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with these switches that I put in here, but, whatever. Okay, so that's not working the way it's supposed to. But at least we know if one of those guys dies, you know. At least we know everyone fights. We just don't know if they'll fight the drones. Anyway. So, okay. Delete that. While that's loading, let's pull this open real quick. Okay. All right, so let's see if I know that it's this, which is the dig site. Copy it over to here and replace it. Okay. Now, let's test that out one more time real quick and see if it works. If not, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll worry about that later. Okay. And start the thing. Let's go. All right, let's head over here. Let's jump through there. And then that should turn off the things real quickly. Okay. And you. And it looks like that's the okay, and then over here. Okay. And of course the rover is like right here. Then this is way over here. Oh, that's one of the spawners. Let's look at the map here. So that's down there, and those are, okay, those are not at the very tops, which is fine. That's near the bottom, but whatever. Okay, so we're here. Talk to him. Get to the research site. I'm wondering if I should make the research site so far away or if I should make it relatively closer to that. I think I ought to make it relatively closer to that. Alright, here we are. Research site. And find the source of the distress signal. It should pop up from here, but it's not, and I don't know why. And because I can't get rid of the core and make this a... Alright, I don't know. Because it should be working, labeling that as the distress signal and telling it to find the distress signal. And I know they're named right because I just copied and pasted the names. So I don't know what's going on here. We'll just delete this and keep on going. Okay, now down to the main of what I wanted to do today. Okay, so what I wanted to do today is to finish, or at least continue working on this. Now, for the most part, the main thing I really want to get done with it right now is I want to get the basic shape of it finished. Let's go ahead and throw down a symmetry block. Let's put the symmetry block... Alright, if we're going to use that one, we might as well do it over here. Symmetry block. There. Now that should be in the middle. And that's probably the best symmetry block placement I want to put it anyway. Okay. So, what we're going to need to do... Let's see, because I want to make this... This is going to go in like so. Hopefully I can get... You see, this is the problem here. I might have to change that. Because I might just have to deal with it being like this. That's not where that goes. That goes somewhere like that. And there. And this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, which means that these will all have to be this. And now the problem is that I'm going to need this to get down at least another level, because there's going to be at least there too. There's going to need to be at least one level of room for the generators and such. And if this is the floor here, and I want to put this graph generator here, Yep, I'm going to need it to go down quite a bit more. This is going to take a while. So, this is why I normally do stuff like this off camera. But I don't really have much else to do today. So, because even though I have been working on the other scenario, I want to get this done as quick as I can. That's not what goes there. Okay. I'm probably going to have to bring it down one or two more. Let me go ahead and see if I can figure out what to do here. Now, with this, I could probably do that, and get it to look at least somewhat uniform going this way. And then this will have to go here and there. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. Let's see, if we're putting this here and that there, that means this would be what? An angle like that? Leaving that little bit there, which I suppose is fine. Okay. And then this will come all the way over to there. Alright. That's not bad. I've had worse. Now that is at this level here. So we need it to come down at least one more. So let's go ahead and do this. Like so. We're gonna have to find a way to get, let's see, if I utilize these, this will get all weird. But if I just go ahead and do this, like so, and then utilize these, that's not going to work, is it? Because it's not going to work. Okay. That's what I need here. And then that puts this here and there, and then we utilize this there. Looks a little weird, but it works. Okay, that puts this and that there, allowing me to put that and that there. And here. And then this can come out to here where we use these like so. And then this, we're definitely going to want to do that and that and this and that. And then this and that. Okay. Now we should be able to bring these all the way across to here on both sides, like so. Now we've just got this part to deal with. That's not what goes there. This is what goes here. Okay, let's continue bringing this down because we know it works. And then up. There and here. Okay. And then we have one final one to go here, here, there, there, and then this should just let us that. Boy, almost done though. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, yes. Now we can do that. And then nope, because I've still got that. I've got one more to do. Okay, so okay. And then we fill in this. Make sure all sides are also filled in. And then this side has that, which is good. I need to go ahead and put this over to here. And then we should be good to go ahead and start filling in the bulk of the bottom. Thunderlane, welcome to the stream. I didn't see you there. You typed a whole bunch of things while I wasn't looking. Glad you could make it. Thank you for joining us today. Okay. This is the bottom of the temple that's gonna be going in the shipwrecked scenario that I've been working on. All right. So now, if it will let us, oh yeah, there's still a whole lot to fill in over here. Let's just go ahead, fill that in, and then I know I've got some over here that need to be deleted. Okay, so that's the bottom of the temple thing. Now, down here, no, we need to reset that. Okay. Let's see. If I just do that, and then okay. Small power, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, and then, so if that goes there, and then this goes there. If we do this like so, I should be able to... That's not where that goes. Hold on. What are you doing? Why am I all weird? Okay. This. That's what I'm looking for. And then... No, those don't go there. And that really has nothing that can go there. So why don't I just go ahead and put something that doesn't go there. Yay! Make it look intentional. Okay. So now that's covering up the basic power and gravity generation needs. Let's come to the top and then deactivate, then reset that again because we want that closed. Now, okay. All right, I'll just call you Spider-Man from now on. All right, let's get rid of this excess here, because I want to go ahead and do the basic design of the outside of this, and then worry about filling it in later. Okay. I'm going to have a similar problem as I did before, because those are going to be weird shaped. Okay. So, there we go. And I'm going to have to do the same over there, but a little bit different. But, so, what I want for this, I don't want this to go extremely angled in. I don't want it to go in angles like this. What I really want is it to do angles like this all the way in. The problem with that is that means I'm gonna have to use these. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. If I use that on that part, and then if I use the same over here, like that, the problem I run into is this when I want to because that would angle these parts here and here in, but not necessarily these corners. That might make an interesting shape. But what would I put here? I mean, I would put this here, and what go here? I mean, would I just keep using these like I have and have spikes coming out of it, or do I, because that's one shape they don't have, is the equivalent of this for the really thin one, which would be interesting. I'd like it if they did, you know, have it sort of like this, but, you know, like half height, so that you can do it in there and angled, like have this be angled and then just go to there. It wouldn't be that difficult of a shape to put in there, but I think we might want to do that. Just go ahead and put those in, if not permanently, for the time being, and then have these parts angle like so. And then this would be there because this would be here and there. And then this would continue to do this. And the same here. And then like that. Let's just go ahead and get this done. I can undo it if I need to later. If I decide I want to do something slightly different. Okay, so now we've got that part done. Now I could extend this out further and have more spikes, but for now, let's do this. Let's see. If I were to put these up like that to keep these sloping in properly, like that, okay? So that this line is still sloping in like that the whole time. Then over here, I would have to do that and then put this there, like that, which would then force me to put this there. And then like that. So that would have a flat line there. And then that and this. And that and this, and then that. Oh, I did not mean to throw those away. Which is fine. I can just do this. All right. Okay, so there. Now, with this, I think just to make it interesting, we'll go ahead and do these spikes. Okay. Now that's too high there, which means that this should, it's not going to go all the way that way. Like so. And so. Like that. And I want this to be too high. Okay. And then we're going to have the floor on here, or I guess the ceiling, which is the floor for the next level, Let's bring it out to there. I had a feeling you wouldn't be able to go all the way. And that. Okay. So now we've got these parts. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this. Up to like so. All right, we'll just go ahead and put these back on. Like so. Now on this side, we want to do something similar to what we did on these sides. In fact, we want to do something exactly the same, which means that this is going to be that and that and this and this and I think those are just going to continue like this. I think that's what that was, and then this was this and that. Like so. Okay. And then let's see. Yep, those angles all the way to there. Let's get to this side here, because this is going to be the equivalent of those sides, at least to here. And that means this goes there. Like that. And then this comes out like that, with this here making this like so. Now that means that this here, of course, has to connect to that. And these up here. Eesh. How did I go about doing these? This was that, and this was that. Like so. Okay. Is that right? Or did I do something wrong? I think that's right. Is that right above the spike? Yes, that and the spike are above each other like so. Okay. Which means that this... Ah, that's right. That was there. This was there. And then those were just flat, right? Yeah, those are just flat. For now. So that and that and I know it's here somewhere. That. That. And that's not the right angle. There we go. And then that makes these. There. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and bring that to there. Now this is the part that I'm not entirely sure about, because this room here is only going to be like one-ish high. It could be too high. How do I want to go about doing it? Do I want to do it the same way I did the bottom? Can I do it that way? I don't think so. Because in order for this to continue to angle, that needs to be like that, which means I need to use this again. Like so. But here I can still do this. Like so. Instead of that, I want to do this so I can put this here. And there. And spike. And then here. And that. This. Really? Do I want to do that? No. I don't know. What do I want to put here? Do I want to just go ahead and do... No, I want to do one of these and then start with this. So that this can go there and this can go there. Is that right? No. I don't know. What am I doing? Okay, this needs to be that, but like that, there, and then this. There. Okay, why is this all weird? I guess I'm putting a spike out that way too. Spikes everywhere. And then there and there. Okay. I don't know if I want to keep this spike here or if I just want to use something. I don't know. I might put something else here. I don't know. It's weird. I'll just leave that space open for now. Okay. And then here, I can go ahead and do this. And let's see. Now this might be the top part of this over here, so I'm actually, let me do this instead then. Let me, yeah, that will be this. Alright, now let me just go ahead and... Okay. Like so. And then let me just go ahead and do that. Then we can fill this in. Then we can fill most of this in. Okay. Now we've got this level here isolated from the rest of everything. And this is where you'll go down to the boss area. So what I'm gonna want to do is, let me see if it's still, okay, it's, I don't know. That's very weird. Okay, so we've now got 2 entrances into this room. This room is going to be the final room before the boss rooms. So let's see. If we do this, that's not going to work. Let's just go ahead and make these go all the way like so. And so. Okay. All right. Now, let's just do that as well. Okay. So, now that we've got, let's take the symmetry off. Now let's keep it symmetrical for a second so I can finish this over here. This gonna be like, stop it. That. And so it's sort of got a corner here, but it's not really a well-defined corner to make the room just look weird. Okay. Now we can take that off. So what I want in this room, because this is going to be the final room before going to the boss room, I want a personal cargo box, which I'm going to put there. I want a health station and a repair station. I guess the health blocks have been moved now. An armor locker, and then the personal cargo box. So we're gonna put okay, hold on. This, that, and that. So if this is the middle right here, right? That's the middle. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Just to separate them. Or should I put that there? No. So that and then those. And I can't put anything beside those because of that. Okay. That's good. So now I've got that row blocked off. That'll make it so that this room will be used as a respawn point. Let me go ahead and do that. That. This. And that. Okay. Now what I want to put over here are these and a signal sensor. Okay, this is going to be just here. And that's going to be that and that. And then these are going to use that signal so that they both open and then they close and you can't get back out. Now you'll respawn back out here if you die and you say spawn at nearest clone chamber, and if you have any items that you put in here, they'll still be in there. And you can use the armor and repair station as you need. But in order to get through these without, if you want to say try to retrieve your pack, you'd have to come down here and I really ought to make that door automatic 0000, and you'll have to find your way into there. Now you can do it if you can get this door back open with your drone, which means you would have to go through these trap doors up here, which means if you haven't blown up the trap doors, you can't get your drone back in there to retrieve your pack. And even if you did get your drone in there, your drone would get shot down by the turret anyway. So unless you've got people distracting you, you might as well just run down there and try to retrieve yourself. Which is why I put this here, so you can have backup gear and the like there, so you don't have to worry about that. I've also got this and this, so you can repair your armor when you do respawn right back up here. I don't have any oxygen put in here because, yeah, I'm not going to just give you free oxygen. You're probably going to die before you use it anyway. So, but, so now that we've got this room, I do want to, let me go ahead and make sure that the door down here is, that way you can just come down and come out. This room here, I don't plan on having enemies in. In fact, I might put some sort of decoration stuff in here, but it's going to be an observation so you can look out and see the asteroid field. There's not going to be a planet there, but, and then there will be enemies spawning down here and probably down in these areas, as well as through in each different side thing and inside the boss room. So if you weren't here last week, if you didn't watch last week's stream, as I was saying, this is going to be the final temple for the shipwrecked scenario, which is my scenario that takes place largely on a class 5 planet with a small solar system to deal with once you finally get off the planet, because you can't build small vessels or capital vessels on the planet. You have to teleport to the moon, and yeah, it's a real hectic scenario. But so this is going to be the boss room for the entire scenario. So when you get down here, this is the boss, like I said, this is the boss room for the entire scenario. And so you'll get down here, you'll have to fight some things, and you're trying to find your way into the boss room. When you look through these windows here, all you can see is the boss room, and all this stuff is going to look like metalish, not organic, but it's going to be made of the alien material solely to give you radiation. And since it's going to be an alien admin, most of this stuff will be indestructible, even with explosives. So in order to get into the boss room, you've got to find a way to either get through these doors or to get through the main boss door, which is way over here underneath the entry room. Now, here's the main boss door. In order to get through there, you have to find your way into that room there. And in order to do that, all you have to do is realize that there are trap doors up here. But to get through these trapdoors, you've got to figure out how to open them. Now, all the trapdoors on this level will open when you simply pull the 4 switches in the 4 rooms here. And since you're going to be in space, because it's a space station, you can just jetpack up there. But if you forgot you're in space and forgot that this is a thing, you might never get it. So that's number 3. And with the pulling of number 4, you get up here and you go, nothing happened. Well, nothing happened. But in reality, these doors opened, but the interior of that's going to be sort of colored the same as this, so you might not notice it. And all the other trapdoors around here that you've been seeing out here, which will also be blending in, have also opened. Now these will lead you to this little thing where you can just fly up over to here. And I'm still trying to figure out if I want to have these doors open with something, because I've got boss side 3, all that, but right now, as you can see, they don't have anything to connect to. So I might have them connect to the trapdoors, so that when the trapdoors open, those also open. Yeah, okay. Or I might have them do something else. Oh, I'm upside down. Okay, there we go. I might have you do something else to get those to open. Now, the main boss door, like I said, over here, in order to open it, you just come up into here and down here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave this big alcove or if I'm just going to have like that come down to here. But when you get over to here, to get to the boss door, you do that. And you start getting shot by these 4, four turrets immediately. Now, you can simply just, move out of the way and they can't shoot you. But, people might not think of that. They might be in a panic when they start getting annihilated by turrets. Now, here is the boss door. So you step in and you see it's going to be a largely empty room. There's going to be like obstacle things on the ground and all, but if you keep going and get close enough, yeah, there's a turret. This is basically the boss. Now, while you're fighting this, there's also going to be armor golems and Xerax with guns shooting at you from all over the place. So that's why I'm going to have things like this that you can hide behind, and that, you'll be able to fight the Xerax off and possibly the armor golems, but you'll also have to worry about that turret when you're going from place to place. So you'll have to, destroy this turret and also kill all the Xerax. But the Xerax keep spawning until you take out the core, which is right there. So in order to kill the core, you have to take out this thing here or be very lucky, because as soon as you get up here, that can't shoot you anymore. But you'll still have Xerax and stuff coming after you, and yeah, it's going to be difficult even if you're trying to fly there, because flying to that point while this is shooting at you is going to be really bad. And then, of course, if you just come up here, set a few explosive charges, it'll explode, and then everything will shut down. But until you figure out how to do that, you're stuck in this room with all those things, because none of these doors will open. And when these ramps opened, the doors closed. So yeah, you're stuck in the boss room fighting until you either win or die, at which point you'll respawn. Now let me reset all this. Let's see, I've got to turn off all 4 of these. And then I should be able to do that. Okay, and that door is closed. Good. And all of these are closed. Okay, so it's reset back to its factory settings. Now, if you're in a multiplayer and you're doing this, and let's say you die like 30 times, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna give up and try later. Okay, yeah, you'll lose the stuff you have with you and everything, but anything that you have in here will stay, because it's a personal cargo box, which the items inside of a personal cargo box do not reset when the structure regenerates. So this temple is going to be regenerating it's gonna end up regenerating like every 12 hours or so. And that's 12 hours after the last player has set foot on it, which means that it might not exactly be 12 hours, every time that's, but it's if you do it and then someone else comes and tries within 12 hours, and then someone else comes and tries within 12 hours, it won't ever regenerate. But still, it's the best I can do. So now that I've got this room and the basic start of this, I'm going to want to continue building this upward, because I'm going to want 4 more levels after this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all the way up here, let's see if it's in the middle. Do I have gravity? Yes, good. So that 1 gravity generator ought to be good enough to handle all that. So, sorry about that. Okay. I think, let's see. I'm going to keep building this up more and more. But I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to do that off screen and on my own time. But basically, I want this wall to just continually slope on its own. So let's put that back and let's just see how this is going to work. So I want this to continue sloping up, and each level is going to be too high. So that is going to be 1 more level. This is going to be, that's going to come out to there. That's going to come out like so. And I'll probably have like it's 1, 2, 3. Let me just go ahead and put this under there because, yeah, why not? Okay. And then it's 1, 2, 3. And then this will be the final level. This level up here, I think this level up here, I'm going to make 3 high instead of 2. So it's going to come out like that, sort of. So that'll be like a cut section of the base. And then up very top, I'm probably going to have it angle in like that. And then just that'll be the top, like that. And so you can get a sense of about what this is going to look like at the end just by looking at it now. And it's probably going to end up having more spikes coming out on the sides and everything, but that's basically going to be the height of the temple. And the boss room will be down here, as you know. And the boss room is going to be like, huge compared to the rest of the temple, but it's going to take up a good half the temple, it looks like. But that's going to be okay. So some of this level might be 3, some of it might be 4, depending on what rooms I want to put in there. And I might change it a bit. But I think this part is actually going to continue just right from here, like that. So that'll be more like that, and it'll all angle up to that. And then I'll probably have like a tiny entry little building or structure or something up on the very top. Well, while I'm at it, let me go ahead and just continue this angle. Like so. I mean, worst come to worst, it's, I can just take it down, but this, and then this. Okay, and so that's 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Bring that out to here. This out to here, so that we can get a good visual. And let's continue to bring this out so that we can definitely tell where the floors are. Okay. And then this last one's going to be the 3, maybe 4-ish thing. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then this will make part of the roof, and then this will be the angle which continues to bring the roof out like that. And why not just go ahead and connect them, because we can. So that's a better sense of what the temple's going to look like, and that's going to be continually going in at a similar rate as that out there. So not quite the same as this, but close. And of course, that's just going to continue as the same. So that's going to be the basic shape. You can get a good sense of the basic shape just by looking at this that I've already got on there. The real hard part's going to be deciding exactly what to do with the continually shrinking portions over here. Because, I mean, it's going to continually be shrinking by like 1 every, what is that? 2 levels, every 2 or 3 levels. So yeah, it's going to go in at about the same rate as this. But it's going to have, you know, slope, flat, slope, flat, slope, flat, rather than a continual gradient. Just to add a little, you know, strange texture to it. And this will come in, maybe not all the way to there, but yeah, probably, give or take. It'll probably be something more like that, but yeah, that's not bad. And so what I'm thinking is I'm going to have the entry thing here, which brings you down to the actual temple levels. And we're going to have similar temple features as we did in the on the others, with like the skull and the other thing and the other stuff. And then at you know, it's going to go from that to like a habitation level to, I don't know, 2 other levels down to this final level, which this final level is to prevent you from reaching the bottom. And I'm still trying to figure out what they're protecting in this room here. I mean, just fighting. I mean, yeah, maybe the core, but I might have like, I don't know. I'll still figure out the purpose of this temple as I go. So, but yeah, that's going to be the basics of the space temple, which all the other temples and stuff are way over here. I think that's what these are. In this creative mode area. So yeah, we've got the original overgrown temples. Yeah, the FPS just went way down. I don't know why I can't see my FPS. That's weird. Maybe it got turned off in Steam somehow. Close that. Okay. I know there's a settings in-game somewhere. It says display FPS. Top right. I like keeping that on so I can see it. I'm gonna have to restart the I'm gonna have to restart Steam. So I'm gonna call that an episode real quick, or a stream. I know it's only been about an hour and a half, but I don't really have much more to do, or you know, to do on stream. So I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button for me. And of course, if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival and other games, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.